we should be on both of them now. So hopefully if you are there, please let us know, give us a wave. The amazing Kathleen will be behind the Altenew badge, and for any of the comments you will pop them over onto our group so I can then see the comments. So it is release day. We have some fabulous new standalone dies for you today, and I am going to get straight into them. So I'm going to flip you down to the tabletop so you can see them and hopefully they inspire you, and let us know which ones are your favorites. I know that the blog post has been up live for a couple of hours now, and surely you have seen them on the website too. So I'm going to pop you guys down. Also, if you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. So I'm going to move you guys across now, and hopefully you can see. So let's just get a little bit of an organization going on over here. So, oops, I've already dropped one of them. Now this is such a large die set, I am going to have to move you guys up a little bit. So this one is the Jumbo Garden Layering, Jumbo Garden Picks Layering die set. So if you do love the Garden Pick set but wanted them in a larger size, this one may be for you. So you can see here that you got the 4 large flowers, a cluster of little daisy-like flowers, and some leaves there as well. If I turn this over, you can see that they are a little bit different. So instead of having them in single dies, we've got them in plates. So this means that all of the same colour for the layering will be on the same plate, so you can easily do the layering. Sorry. Okay, now I'm good. So you can easily do the layering by just cutting the one colour from all of this here, and then it's easy to pop them together. So this is going to save a lot of time. So as you can see, they're all on different plates corresponding to the colour that you will need to use. And we do have the layering guide on the front there. So this is one card that I made with the Jumbo Layering Picks. But I did get the colours mixed up, so I did go a little bit wrong, but it still looks fabulous. So there is that one. I'm going to move this one in, and this one is the Watercolour Garden Layering die set. Again, these are on plates, so you can see here which are the plates, and it also shows you what kind of colour that you're going to need for them. So you're going to need the lightest, second lightest, third lightest, and then the darkest. And then the leaves are all on one single plate, so they're all single layer leaves for this one. You do have the layering guide here, and this one is one of my favorites. It reminds me of the Watercolor Wonders, which is my favorite set. So there we go. So that is that one. So they're the 2 really big ones out of the way. Now this one matches with this one. So we have 2 alphabet sets. You can definitely use these on their own. You don't necessarily need to layer them up together. So that's why they are in 2 separate sets. So you have the base and then the detail. But again, you don't need to use these together. You can use them separately. I have cut out a word using these for later on. But you can see that these are both the S's. They fit on top of each other, but you can use them separately as well. So if you just wanted a solid alpha set, you could definitely just do that. Or if you wanted one that was a little bit more quirky, that is an option too. So they are the Linear Pathway Alpha Solid and also the Outline set there. Then we have this really cute one, which is the Modern Fireplace Layering set. So you're going to get all of these different pieces, and they're going to make this little fire that we have here. So this is it all layered up, and I have the pieces ready to cut out so we can pop this one together really quite easily. It's very, very cute, and you can use that on cards or scrapbook layouts too. To go with the fireplace, we also have the Mantle Decor Winter set. So in here you're going to get the wreath, you're going to get the candlesticks, a candle to go on the candlesticks. I'm really sorry everyone. Then we have the stocking, and then we also have this piece that goes onto the stocking to make that little really cute look there. So I did plan to use that one as well. Hopefully we are going to get through everything, but there is a lot to get through. So there is the little wreath on there from the Mantle Decor, and we also have the Happy Holidays, which comes from this set here. So this is the Happy Holidays script die set. Really beautiful font on this one, and they're quite large. And you don't necessarily have to use these together if you don't want to. You could definitely use the Happy on its own or the Holidays on its own, and then add to that with other sentiment sets that you do have. This one is the Lacy panel die. So this is 3.5 by 3.5. Yes, around 3.5 by 3.5. And this cuts a really beautiful kind of floral, I would say. So we may use that on a card, so I'll pop that over to the side so we can use that later on. Then we have some layered gift tags. So this is the layered gift tag cake set. So it's going to give you 2 different dies, one which is solid and then one with on your special day cut out. So they layer up so you can peek through there. It's got a little hole in so you can add your twine and string really easily to that too. Then we have the layered gift tag onesie. Again, you're going to get the solid and also the one with the words on, and it says welcome little one. And this one, and the little hole's a little star, which is very, very cute. I'm really sorry. Okay, so that one is the layered gift tag onesie. And you can see they're quite sizable dies on there. Then we have the layered gift tag heart. So we have the 2 pieces again. This time it says with love, and it has an extra little heart that cuts out there. So you can use that too. Oops. Then we have the layered gift tag present. There we go. So there's the solid and the one that pops on top. You can cut away at the images as well. So I've created another layer by just snipping this top bit. And then you can see the lacy die behind there. Okay, and then we also have the layered gift tag graduation, which says, yay, you did it. So we have the solid and the word one there. Again, there's a little hole in the top so you can pop your twine through. So I have 2 cards with this one with just a simple yay, you did it. And then this one I kind of layered up. So I cut another one of the solid. I just trimmed this bit here, added that on top with a little bit of white just to give that a little bit of definition. And I made my own little tassel using the twine that we have, the metallic twine, which I think looks very, very cute. I'm kind of in love with this little tassel that we have. And last but, oh no, not last but not least. Last but not least in the dies. Sorry, I've got loads of little die cuts everywhere. This is the Essential Sentiment Strip die set. So these kind of look like stencils. So they're going to cut lots of different sentiments for you to use on your cards. And you're not going to get any little landlocked pieces. They are all going to come as one piece, which is really quite cool. So that is that. Now, last but not least, something to glue them together. Now this is our precision and permanent and repositional glue. So if you use this straight away, it will be permanent, but if you use it, then let it go nice and tacky, it can then be repositionable, and it's a great way to use some of that foils as well. So if you wanted to draw and then let it go tacky, then pop your foil on, that will give you a foiled effect, which is a really great thing. So this one is the glue, and we will be using this today. So you can see it's nice and blue in there, and we've got a really good precision ball tip on there. So there is everything. Please let me know your favorites. Hopefully we will be able to get through it and onto it today. So I am going to start with the biggest first, because you know, it's a big one. So this one is the Jumbo Garden Layering Picks, and I did want to just cut one of them just so you, I'm going to cut the leaves so you can see how easy it is to do. I'm just going to grab out a pack of green. I did run out of my green, so this is a nice new pack. So I have the Green Meadows and my little mini blossom. I would recommend for these detailed dies to invest in the metal shim if you do use the mini blossom. It really does help out with these. So I'm just going to grab the plates for the leaves. So I just need 2 plates, not 6 dies, which is fabulous. So that means we're going to save on time. I already have all of the flowers cut out, so we can get straight into those. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leaves. So I need a mid layer or the lightest one for my solid. The lacy die, Teresa, is very, very cute. I will try and pop it onto something, but I've cut it. I just don't know where I'm going to use it just yet. You know me, I kind of wing a lot of designs. So I've got my plate on. Now with the metal shim, I would recommend you pull it away from this end piece. You kind of want to create a wedge in there, otherwise it won't go through. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that through. You will need to apply a little bit more of a pressure when you turn it. Oh, Teresa, if you had the smaller one and the larger one, just imagine how many florals you would have. Yep, Jess, painting them with watercolor is very, very cool. I haven't actually got my watercolors out, and now that you said that, I wish that I would have. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, so I've got all 3 of those done at the same time. I'm going to keep that because I never want to chuck my coloured cardstocks away. And oops, that's not the piece I need. That's the piece that tells me what colours I've got. And then my darker piece. So I'm going to pop that through. Again, I'm pulling this back so I can pop my metal shim on and then run that through. I should have cut some more leaves, but we're just going to go with this. Yeah, Pauline, I love the fact that they are on plates now rather than the single dies. It really, really does save a whole lot of time, especially trying to figure out which colour goes with which, you know, like which is the right layer to colour from. It saves so much time, and I love them. I can see me using these a lot more now that I know that I don't need to worry too much about which ones goes with which. Everything's kind of done. You just pop your colours in and you're away to go. So I have my leaves cut. I also have my flowers. Now I've glued a number of these flowers together. So these 3 and my little daisies. But I did leave this large one unglued so we can, you know, see how easy they are to go together. So I have my 3 leaves. And you do have that layering guide on the back, on the front even, of your die set. So don't worry too much about that. So I keep putting the lid on it, but I know I'm just going to keep needing it, so I should just leave the lid off. So I'm going to place this one into position. And with the wet glue, you do have a little bit more wiggle room, you know, to get them perfectly straight. There's one leaf. Just leave the lid alone, Lydia. As you can see, I'm just using little dots, and that glue is coming out perfectly. And it's strong enough to hold as well, just with those little dots too. Oops. Just needs a little bit of a press down. And then we're good to go with that one. And this is the largest. It's amazing how clean this little pen is, glue pen. Normally I'm using one with like a fine tip on, but I do prefer the little pen because I do feel that I can get into smaller, tighter spots that way and have a little bit more control. Squeeze that one down. Okay. Does anyone have a favorite from the release? Has anyone already purchased their favorite? Oh yeah, Nancy. Yep, so because they are connected, there's less chance of losing them, and I don't think this kind of thing is going to be easily lost. If you had one on its own, maybe a little bit more chance, but I really don't think you're going to lose that unless it slips under like a chest of drawers or something. But other than that, I think you're golden with that one. The watercolor garden set is very pretty too. Oops. And I stuck the centers together of this flower as well, just to save a little bit of time. I know we want to see more crafting rather than die cutting all the time. Even though it's a die cutting release, I tried to get a lot done, so you didn't have to sit there rolling my mini blossom for an hour. Okay, give that a squidge. And you can always pop something heavy on them if you don't think it's catching, but that's good. Okay. So we have our images now. Dirty card base, that's not great. It's good if I want to put a panel over it. Oh, the label, die, and the glue. Oh, the sentiment ones. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have a couple on the top and a couple on the bottom. I did have an extra one cut, so I'm gonna steal my extra that was the wrong way round. I think this one might have been my wrong way round one. One of them is anyway, but I think I'm good. Okay. So I'm gonna glue those down. I'm gonna use some foam tape. And we do have those sentiment dies as well. So I think I should grab those out. Maybe I should have a lot of foam tape just pre-cut. The glue is awesome. Okay. I should maybe have glued those down flat, but I've gone for it. And I think, you know, with these large plate dies, if you spent an evening watching TV, you might be able to just cut a load of them and then pop them together the next day, and then you would have so many beautiful florals. Especially if you use the like gradient cardstock or even white watercolor cardstock and then colored them in, that would be pretty too. I'm going to save my little daisies because I should have cut another couple, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm going to stick this down with the glue. I can see me needing more of this. I want to trim him down a little. Sorry. There we go. I'm much happier with the height on that one. Oh, Teresa, you know my favorite is the blue. This is the Seashore gradient cardstock, if you were wondering, everyone. You probably weren't. You probably knew that was the one that I was using and grabbed. Oh, maybe I should move that one up a little bit. There we go. Okay, it's stuck. Let's go with it. The only one that I need to trim is just that bottom edge, and I'm going to keep the other ones falling off there. Okay, let's move that over. Let's grab them sentiments and let's go with You Are So Kind, because I think that one will be pretty. And I have some black that I always keep to the side of me because it's in my, like, I keep a couple of scraps, stuff that I know that I'm going to use, like whites and blacks, just with my cardstock. Other colours I normally keep in a drawer, but I know that these things are the stuff that I grab all the time, so it's always good to just have a couple. I know that people keep mugs as well to pop them in. Let's use my little, because it is detailed, so we want to get that detail cut the first time. Okay. That's 3. Oh, I should have put that lacy panel down as well. I wonder if I can get away with it. No, I think that's going to take too much away. I mean, if you wanted to, I think you could, but I'm going to leave that off. So I'm going to pop these little pieces out. I am going to have to stick this down with my glue. Unless you cut it a number of times, then you could create a little stacked one. It would look like a piece of chipboard. Whereas we don't really have the time for that. I'm just going to stick that down flat. Maybe I can pop it underneath some flowers and try and get it straight. That might be a good idea. I'm hoping that's straight. Remember, it is wet glue, so it does need a little time to grab, but once that's grabbed, it's gonna be sticking there. So there we go, first card down, and I'm really liking that. It's really cute, and that sentiment is not the straightest. Okay, pulling it down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. It should be good. Whoever receives it just has to hold it slightly awkwardly, but they should be good. So the watercolor garden, I've already cut all of those bits out and layered them up too, you know, so we can get through things. So I did them in purple. I also had a couple of pink ones left over from a previous project that I made. So you can see here, all of these purple ones are all the ones that you are going to get in the die set once you've laid them. They're just ones that I had left over. And again, all these dark ones done in the Forest Glades colour are all the leaves and little stems you're going to get. So I was going to create an all over card with this one. I might be able to get away with using that dirty card, but I'm going to go with a fresh one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with how these are going to be. Kind of want, oops, I don't want all the light ones to go together, and I don't want all the dark ones to go together, so. There we go. So I'm kind of happy with that. Thank you, Pauline. Yeah, I do love those sentiments. They are really cool. And oh, sorry, my tummy's growling. And let's put If I had some of that press and seal, which I don't, it would come in awfully handy right now for this design. I think I may need to invest. I know that lovely Sue swears by it, so I will try it, Sue. I will. I just need to get my hands on it. But if you don't have the press and seal, I do have a little trick too. Right, I don't have any green up there, but once I cut some bits off from somewhere else, I will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some tape over these. The ones that I had to the side. Just going to take some stick off. On your clothes is probably the best bet. I will get some press and seal. I will get some press and seal. I can't be using my beautiful washi tape like this all the time. Oh, it does look like pansies. They are really pretty. Ooh. Yeah, Melissa, it's a fab idea that the centers are like stuck in, so they don't go anywhere. Okay, trying to get this off. We're just keeping the pieces together. One of them popped off. Okay, there you go. So if you don't have press and seal, but you do have a lot of washi, you can do it this way. Okay. I'm just gonna glue tape it. Because I know that this grabs straight away. Otherwise I would use my glue pen if I had a bit more time. But this works perfect. Oops. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to try and get this in the position that I had it before. And I think I was round about there. Oh, Dripper, I'm not sure if we sell it over here, so I'm going to have to look in that too. I'm going to keep these pieces though, so I can use them elsewhere. Okay. My desk is kind of full with pieces of washi tape. Oops, please don't move. There we go. Okay, we are good. So now when I trim these bits off, I am going to be able to use parts of them to where it kind of looks a little bit empty. Okay, and I'm thinking I'm going to go this way with my card. I don't normally, but today I'm feeling like it's happening. Okay. I've got a bit up there that I need something to fill. Maybe a little bit of purple. Yep. A little bit more green down this bottom. And you know what? I think we're good. It needs a little bit of glue tape behind that one. Oops, and that one. And that one does not want to stay down. But there we go. How cool does that look already? Okay, now I have a sentiment already cut for this one. Trying to move all my bits out of the way. So I used, oops, the 2 alpha sets. So the inline alpha, the solid and the outline. out. Let's pop these on. Again, you can use your glue pen, but I want these just to have a quick grab at the minute. I mean, it's like a race against time when we do these lives. Oh, very sticky. I think the H likes me. I have buckled it a little bit, so hopefully it'll go on nice and straight. So I cut the solid one from jet black and then the other piece from parchment. I should have used parchment for my bottom, I'm thinking, but I wasn't thinking, was I? I did plan to use parchment. I've got a panel out to the side, but I just popped it on. Okay. Okay, that one is a little bit wiggly, sorry. Sue, I wasn't gonna go this way, but I'm thinking it looks better this way for a change. And maybe even in a skinny. And I haven't made many skinny cards. Maybe that, or slimline, or whatever they're called, but maybe we'll give that a go. I did kind of make a cheats one the other day, and I just chopped an inch off my card base. I know that's not the way it's done, but it worked. It looked okay. I should have used my glue on this because it wouldn't have been so harsh with the dragging, but we're okay. It's a good job I cut these out beforehand though. Maybe I should have done some other letters, but that's what hindsight does. Okay. Last one now though, ladies and gents. Oops. Come on, little S. Off you come. And these outlines are just so very, very different. So, I have my alphabet all stuck together now, so I can, it's kind of like, this S even is like a optical illusion, I think. So, you could add this onto a strip of vellum if you wanted to make it stand out a little bit more. I always pop my letters down first. And you should always pop them down on the edges first. So I'm just gonna pull my sentiment up a little bit. Hopefully I've got room for it. And okay, yeah, I think we're good. So always pop your last and first letter down so you've got the same gap on either side. Yep, I think a slimline card with the flowers would be stunning. I don't know if anyone has done that in the hop, but there is plenty of inspiration there. If you wanted to join the hop, you can start on the card blog, and there are chances to win gift vouchers as well along the way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to invest in that present seal. a silicone pad. That sounds intriguing, Sue. I don't think I've seen one of those. Okay, there we go. Whoop. I'm thinking I should have done the background in the color that I did the outline, but never mind. It's still good to go, and we have 2 thank you cards all ready. Okay, so next on my little list, I say list, I just have stacks of cardstock and I know what I'm going to use them for. Okay, I was going to cut out the very cute little fireplace. So I've got different colours this time to cut them out. These are really simple shapes. So this is the tile. And you don't necessarily need the metal plate for this one. Sorry everyone, there's bits of die cuts everywhere. And I'm sure you know how I feel because they are everywhere. So we have the tile piece. Okay, and that cuts little tiles into that. Hopefully you can, there you go. If I move it over, you can see that it's indented where the tiles are. Okay. Then we need the back of the fireplace. I did do it in black on this one, but I thought I'm going to try it in grey. Okay. So again, you've got indents of the inside. I'm just gonna pop the fireplace together and I'm gonna leave the fire out for now, but you can see that you do have the pieces in there to create the fire. Oh yeah, it does look like neon signs. The little alphabet. That's really cute. I didn't even think of it like that. You could do them in black, the outline, the solid piece, and then really neon colors for those lines. That would be so cool. I'm gonna have to look at those silicone pads. Okay, that didn't quite cut properly, but that's probably because my plates are kind of well worn, I would say, and I probably do need some new coin pads. I mean, it's been a while since the Mini Blossom has been out. Hopefully it's cut that time. No. Okay, I'm going to use the metal shim. But you can see it's easy to pop back into the right place. And then I'm just going to cut the top part of that mantle. Oh, it is, Nancy! It is! Sometimes you forget what you have. Yeah, I maybe should have got that out today. Thank you, Nancy. I can't be the only one that forgets what you've got. Especially when you haven't sorted your craft room out in a while. And then you go through things and then you can't even sort your craft room out because you find things that you forgot you had and play with them. The doesn't help that I am easily distracted. Okay. So I have all of them pieces cut. So we can pop this together and then we can use some of the mantle things too. So for this piece, I have this bottom line at the bottom. I then got my tile piece, my surround, and this lines up perfectly that bottom. Again, this piece lines up perfectly, but this bit here, this is your bottom piece. So the bit that's got the fancy edge goes at the bottom. And if you cut it out the parchment, it does look like wood, or you could even use the wood effect paper as well. I have used that too, and it looks really cool. And then my mantle top, pop that into place, and so cute. So this one looks slightly lighter, even though I've used the same paper for these two, but because I've used a grey instead of a black, I think that's giving me a more homely feel. I did stick this down with my glue tape. No, I was going to transfer the fire over, but no, let's not rip things today. Okay, so let's use the mantle decor to make things more Christmassy or holiday-like. So we have the stockings. I'll do the stockings and maybe all of the candles in green. Now I'm confused. Do I go green? Yes, I go green, and then I do the wreath, and then I do the candles in white, and then we can just add a little bit of things to them, a little bit of colour. So my wreath. Oops, I'm making the same mistake. I should be adding my plate on. It's got little indentations, so I want them to definitely show. Yay! Look how cute that little wreath is. I'm going to leave that over to the side, and I am going to add some decoration to this card that didn't have any. So I mean, the fire's already made up, but we're just going to add bits to it. Let's add some of the candles. I haven't actually used these little candlesticks yet. Maybe I'm just going to go for 2. And I want a little bit of white in there while I'm doing it. Ooh, I have grey. We can have grey candles. Sorry for just ripping it. Oh, so professional, right? And I'm going to have the tops of the stockings in that grey too. Hopefully nothing's moved. I did feel things moving. I'm hoping. Not too much. they're cute. Maybe we're gonna go a little asymmetric with this, you know? Very modern. We have a little candle. And then I need another 2 of those things that are there. And then 2 stockings. Did I colour the white? I haven't coloured anything just yet. Please let me know which bit you're talking about, Penny. I'm unsure, sorry. But we can colour a little bit on 2 things. Oh, you definitely could sponge some colour onto the fireplace. That would be cute. I was going to do turquoise tiles, but I figured I'd already used quite a bit of turquoise today. And maybe if you wanted to make them glossy, you could add like glossy accents over the top of them, or even use the metallic watercolors. That would be pretty to give you some really gorgeous tiles there. So I have my wreath. I have all of my pieces out of there. I just really want to stick them down to the backing because I do not want to lose those. Do not, do not. And just one more red stocking, unless we're happy with one, but the more stockings the better, right? Does anyone else having matching stockings for Christmas? Yeah, we could have done grey candlesticks. I didn't think. I got a bit excited. But I have all my pieces now. Okay. So we have these little tops to go on our stockings. Okay. Yeah, Penny, the bricks are oops, the bricks are actually cut in. So if you wanted to add more colour to those, you definitely could. But you can see that they're already kind of embossed into there, which is really, really cute. Okay, I got rid of some things that I didn't want to chuck off, but I did. I hadn't glued anything down. I think this one's my largest one, so I'm going to pop that one there. And if you want to see more beautiful inspiration using this one, there are so many gorgeous cards using this one in the vlog hub today. I took a peek, and the lovely Noreen has some really great cards using this set. Add a little bit of colour to the flame on this one, which I should have done. Let's go. Oops, drop one. I dropped the first colour that I was going to go with. So we're now with Autumn Blaze. I was going to go with the fire brick, but the Autumn Blaze is okay. I'm just adding that to the wick. I haven't added any glue onto it. Okay. Okay, then we have the little wreath. Let's pop that in place. Again, I'm going asymmetric with this. It's kind of modern to go asymmetric, I think. these stockings. Now I already have my vellum strip on there. Do I go, oh, I'm gonna go over it. I think that looks really cute. So I've got one stocking. I want that one further down. 2. Okay. So, I don't know if you remember what it looked like before, but we've now added on some of the mantle elements, mantle decor, the winter set. So it's called winter set, so maybe we will be getting some more for spring and summer, hopefully. So there is 2 of the sets on there. So I think that is all that I had planned for today. I don't think anything's run away from me, but we do have 3 cards complete with the beautiful products that we have. So we used the Jumbo Garden picks to start with, and then we used the Essential Essential Sentiment strips for the sentiment there. Then we had the Watercolor Garden and the Inline Alpha Solid and the Outline. Then we had the beautiful mantelpiece with the mantle decor extras on there as well. So everyone, hopefully you have seen something that's made you want to create something beautiful today. I'm going to move you guys up, hopefully. Okay. Hey everyone, so please let me know if you have any questions. I will keep this open for a couple more minutes. Hopefully you can get them in by the time I do sign off. So hopefully you have been inspired by today and that you are in love with the new products as much as we are. We have so many beautiful things there, and I am loving the florals, especially that they all do come on one plate. So it really makes die cutting a whole lot quicker and easier that way. So you don't need to worry about which layer and which colour that they need to go to. Okay, so thank you everyone. It looks like no one's got any more questions for me for the minute. So again, everyone, thank you. If you do want any more inspiration using these products, please check out the blog hop, which starts over on the card blog. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again really, really soon. Bye bye.